Okay, just in this video tutorial we're just going to look at how to create a solid wireframe version of the rendered model. I've just got a standard material on this, and what you can do is actually switch on the wire to create a wireframe version of the model. The trouble with this method is that you can actually see through the wireframe. You actually see through to the background, which isn't always the best way to do it. So if we just do a quick render of this, let's go to the render setup. Let's make sure I've got a single frame, and let's take off my save file. We're saving that out, but we're not actually seeing a solid version underneath. So if I change the background color, you'll be able to see that through there. So just go to rendering environment, just set the background color to white, and let's just click on the render setup. So you see whatever background through that, which isn't always the best way, because we can also see the teeth through that and the eyes as well, which we don't really want to see on the final render. So instead, what we're going to do is do a slightly different method. So I'm just going to click off wireframe here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this object. So I'm just going to do a Ctrl V and make a copy, or you can do edit copy and just OK this. So what I'm going to do is actually call this with the suffix wire. So I've got two versions of that over the top of each other. Got alien, and then we've got alien wire up here. Yeah. So the alien that's not named wire, this has got a standard material, which is just no wire. It's just a grey material, just as the default. If I click on the wire one, I'm going to apply another material to this. And this one I am going to set to the wire. I'm going to change the diffuse colour to black. Okay. And then I'm actually going to add a push modifier onto this as well. So the push modifier I'm going to set to about 0.2. And if I just do a render on this, see what we've got is a grey solid material with a black wireframe over the top of it. You would have to do that for all the objects in your scene, so your eyes as well, or any clothing, you would do exactly the same thing, exactly the same procedure. You don't need to make more than these two materials, you just apply them to the wire version with the push modifier on top. I would recommend that you have the background colour at white, so rendering environment, make sure the background colour is white there. And the final thing is, just in your turbo smooth, just make sure that you've got isoline display clicked on both of the meshes. So that's our wire one. Let's go to the other one, isoline display on this, and that gives a much better representation of your final model. So that's how to create a wireframe over a solid material.